Orcas are called killer whales. Trigger warning for psychopathic sea cows torturing other sea animals. Look at this video and find out why. Jing, jing, jing.
Been trying to tell y'all, killer whales are just waterproof black Air Forces with fins. Their entire personality is bullying every name on the ocean census for no reason at all. Let me explain why this video is way worse than you actually think. It's actually well known that orcas will tail slap their prey. It's the fastest way to make a seal join the Air Force. This video was filmed in Mexico, and there were actually 6 of these hood dolphins taking turns slapping the stingray. And after getting bodied the first time, the stingray was too weak to get away, so the orcas just kept violating it. And this went on for an hour and a half. Scientists watching this thought the orcas would just eat the stingray afterwards. Instead, when the stingray finally became past tense, all 6 orcas just watched it lifelessly sink to the bottom of the ocean. This wasn't about food or survival. Nah, these homicidal Oreos spent 90 minutes jumping a stingray because they thought it was fun. Orcas don't operate on survival, they live off malicious intent. They're one of the few animals that will go out of their way to torture and murk other animals for fun. They'll literally spend hours violating seals, penguins, and stingrays and not even eat them in the end, and that's another ballpark of disrespect. One scientist watched an orca chase a penguin for half an hour, snap its neck, and then leave its soul-divorced body floating on the surface. Moral of this video, sharks don't run the ocean. This steroid zebra guppy does. The only reason they don't go after people is because they see themselves in us.
Wow. Oh my, wow. Orcas were given the name the killer whale by ancient sailors while they were observing a group of orcas hunting and preying on larger whale species. Yes, psychopath kind of doesn't apply on only humans. I am Faris Ishaq, not a psychopath. What do you think? But I am not a psychopath. Let's live, love, and laugh together in the EMP variety show. Be right back.
Once upon a time, there are 2 idiots. Idiot 1 is an extrovert, while Idiot 2 is an introvert. As an extrovert, Idiot 1 adopts the introverted Idiot 2, and they became friends. One day, Idiot 1 came up with an idea. Let's create a talk show. Idiot 2, who had nothing better to do, agreed. So basically, Idiot 1 do the talking, approaching talents including film stars, volunteers, makeup artists, cosplayers, travel designer, and many more, talking about anything and everything. From a topic as simple as New Year's celebration,
had a perfect view of the Burj Khalifa fireworks,
to a topic considered as taboo which the public find difficult to talk about.
Not everybody has HIV. It's going to AIDS stage.
Meanwhile, Idiot 2 becomes the backstage crew who also does the conventional introverted things, writing the scripts and designing adverts, posters, promo videos, etc.
EMP variety show crew behind the stage. I won't name any names. Ailing.
With the skills and the time that they have, because they're jobless, they very much go live every Saturday at 9 p.m. Malaysia time. Oh, by the way, the show is called
Behind the stage. I won't
Welcome
name
to
any
the
names.
EMP
Ailing.
variety show.
I started a project called Autism to Be Project.
quadb.com. We are Malaysia's largest student community app.
In facing all the obstacles in life.
if you want to change career paths, which is something that I did.
You shouldn't care what people think about it. What's most important is what you think about your look. Softly, and I'm still falling, still the one I need. I will always be with you. Oh, you got me all gone. Don't ever let me go. Say it real loud if you fly. If you leave me out of your mind. We dress into she picked me up, we make me feel so lucky. She kissed me in a TV making loving. Still the one I do this. I'm trying to make us from that. She's still the one. There's ups and downs in this love.
Oh, sorry. I was just enjoying my own theme tune for the EMP variety show. So happy Saturday, everyone, and a happy good evening. A happy good evening. Today is the 25th of September 2021, and welcome to episode 35 to the EMP variety show. Well, we are still, unfortunately, still in the midst of turning the COVID-19 pandemic into an endemic. The issues of COVID-19 vaccines in Malaysia are still going on. And it is reported on Wednesday that the Ministry of Health confirms that almost into 80% of those hospitalized are unvaccinated. Oh, well, I don't know where's the number of younger people hospitalized for COVID-19 has outnumbered the elderly hospitalized. Oh, yes, since the fourth wave of the pandemic that began in late June. It is also reported that 6% of the residents in Malaysia, or let's say 1.46 million, have not registered for vaccination. I have to admit that anti-vaxxers are small in numbers, but their stupidity of not getting vaccinated, but at the same time, want all the perks of being fully vaccinated, and moreover, resorted to fake digital vaccination certificates is a threat. It's a real threat to other people. Anti-vaxxers all around the world are still trying to get their unpopular opinions to the public despite the increasing number of deaths and positive cases daily. Let's have a look at this video.
That's right, it's time for another anti-vax story. This time it's Josh, who on May 7th said, "I trust my immune system, not a shot. My DNA, my choice." Then on August 16th, he said, "Just because someone isn't afraid of COVID doesn't mean he or she doesn't believe in it. He or she understands the risk, but doesn't prioritize fear over life." The very next day, he posts this, "Don't worry, I've had both my shots." Oh, hysterical, Josh. Then on August 20th in the morning, he says, "I am way more afraid of Joe Biden in the White House than I am of COVID-19. Who else agrees?" And on the evening of August 24th, it's a pie chart. Things I'm worried about: losing my constitutional rights or COVID-19. And there's his little sliver for COVID-19. Josh isn't afraid. But on September 3rd, things take a turn. "Well, people, I'm in the ER with COVID. They can't get my O2 levels to stay up above 60, so now they're talking about moving to ICU and putting me on a vent. I am so scared. Can everyone please say a prayer for me?" And just yesterday, Josh's wife wrote this on Facebook after he passed away from COVID-19.
Now, I'm wondering how Malaysian anti-vaxxers would react to the announcement made by our Minister of Health last Sunday. So before I go on about the announcement, please don't forget to like and share this stream, this live stream, and let your friends enjoy. And let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of these anti-vax community? So let's carry on. Okay, here I can see. Like, share, follow on our Facebook and YouTube. All right. Now, getting back to the topic in hand. So, last Sunday, our health minister, Khairi Jamaluddin, said that administ- administering of the third dose or booster shot of COVID-19 vaccines to the groups who are vulnerable to the COVID-19 infection is expected to start in October. Come on, let's have a look at this. Our minister, very handsome piece. There you go. Yes, as you can see, what they said, the groups who are vulnerable includes frontliners, individuals with low immunity, senior citizens, and with commodities such as chronic health problems, as well as those living and working at long-term care centers. Don't get it wrong, having the third dose of COVID-19 vaccine does not mean, oh, sorry, KJ. Bye. Okay, don't get it wrong. Having the third dose of COVID-19 vaccine does not mean that that the two earlier doses are ineffective, but the purpose is to boost, not abuse, to boost the immune system that we currently have. However, it has not yet been decided whether the booster shot to all individuals in the country, whether it's necessary for everyone, but it is prioritized to, as I mentioned, is the group who are vulnerable. So do keep yourself updated, and we will also update you here on the EMP Variety Show. Now, while it is nice to have people with power to care about our health in general, it is kind of not nice to know that the taxpayers' money was spent on something, well, what would I say, unnecessary. The last 2 weeks, well, 2 weeks ago, we talked about the government wasted Rakyat's money on the Kota Kinabalu Sky Bridge. This week, it was in the news over 1 million ringgit of Rakyat's money was spent by federal government on upgrading minister's office between 2020 and 2021. Now, I'm talking about YB Hanayo now. YB Hanayo had criticized the government on social media for not providing a complete answer to her parliamentary queries, which requested a detailed breakdown of how much taxpayer money was spent to upgrade the offices of the federal ministers and their deputies instead of just the offices in JPM. Let's have a look. Hanayo. Soalan saya mengenai pembelanjaan ubah suai pejabat menteri dan timbalan menteri yang dijawab hanya mereka di JPM. Ini semasa pandemik ya. This is what Hanayo tweeted. While more than 500,000 M40 households are now dropping into B40 group because of the pandemic, and the ministers are getting all furnitures in the office replaced with new ones during this pandemic. Well, congratulations. But people are starving, if you remember. People are desperately hanging white flags outside their houses because they do not have the money for the food, and people are committing suicide because of the pandemic. And all of these powerful people decided to shop for new furnitures using people's money. Such a disgrace. And talking about Hanayo, she also made a good point. I saw our parliament session. She questioned our parliament. I don't have the video here now, but it's actually gone viral, where Hanayo has mentioned MKN's money usage on the SMS. I don't know where my phone is, but you get the SMS from MKN. Sila jaga penjarakan sosial, jangan lupa pakai pelitup muka, Busrono. I mean, these are useless information to be sent out. What Hanayo mentioned, if we're already spending the money, about 60 million ringgit of our taxpayers' money, this is what she said, why don't we use this to give the people some useful information? For example, this is quoted from Hanayo. If we were found positive in COVID, where should we report? Can't you SMS? Please contact this number to report positive cases. And instruction on what to do once you are found positive. These are important information. And for example, for the people, our rakyat Malaysia, they don't know how to apply a home, what is it called? Home quarantine, because it's not spread. It just says it's allowed to home quarantine coming back to Malaysia, but there was no information to spread where to find it and to Google it. It can be difficult. So use that 60 million ringgit through the SMS to get the correct link for people to actually get the correct information. More importantly, important information what to do in this pandemic. Okay. Now, so let's just go into the positive. So now, because a lot of states in Malaysia, such as ours, Selangor, Kuala Lumpur, are in phase 2, and states like Johor is coming into phase 2. Things seems to be getting a little bit better nowadays. The tourism ministry said that Genting, Malacca, and Tioman are going to open for tourists soon. So yay! So I can't wait. It's not only for local tourism, but it just have Malaysian tourism open will help a lot for our citizens and for our economy. So the decision was made after seeing the positive development of the tourism bubble pilot project in Langkawi Island. Hope that the tourism spots in Malaysia will come back to life compared to what I have seen December last year when I was in Malacca. Let me show you. When I was there doing some work, we had rentas, but just see how sad it was on the tourism spot last year. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, here it is. Here I am at Jalan Hang Jebat, Malacca, also well known as Jonker Street or Jonker Walk, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. I just feel sad that it's come to this after the coronavirus, after the lockdown in Malaysia. A lot of the businesses are not open. Where I usually hang out in the kopitiam, and on the weekends they will have a bazaar here. But I hope with the recovery that is happening, that we will see Jonker Street being one of the top world cultural sites in Malaysia, and we can enjoy delicious food as well, enjoy the tourist attractions down here. So do save Jonker Walk. That clip of the video still is strong to this day. So with tourism spots opening, the economy will also slowly get back on track. Things are getting better bit by bit. So just be patient, everyone. Just remember, please follow the SOP still, and more importantly, get yourself vaccinated. Yeah, get yourself vaccinated. If not, I'm gonna. No, I won't shoot you. But please get yourself vaccinated. Now, before we end this segment, I would like to make a positive announcement that EMP Talents Guild have something new to highlight. Yay! Okay, EMP Talents Guild is going to continue working together with Horizon Film Entertainment, a film distribution and production company. Now, EMP Talents Guild have one more variety added in other than the EMP variety show. Intended. Horizon Film Entertainment has brought to you a new film, as I mentioned last week, Serigala Langit, now playing on Astro First at channel 480 and coming soon on Astro Go and Astro On Demand. So let's have a look at this segment. This segment of the trailer. of serigala laut. Langit. Let me show you the full trailer for you to have that excitement to actually see what Gading is about to do inside the movie Serigala Langit.
Kamu tahu kenapa serigala menjadi ikon dari laut ini? Serigala merupakan salah satu hewan yang cerdas. Sanggup mengalahkan musuh yang lebih besar. Serigala juga mempunyai very high sense of brotherhood.
We came to the conclusion that there is enough evidence of a crime against the Kabupaten Republic. Some of the victims were children.
If you want to stay and live here, you're gonna finish her. Kita tidak mau ada kata gagal. Tugas ini harus tuntas.
Hadapi semua apapun yang menanti.
Tapi sekali lagi saya ucapin terima kasih banyak karena Mbak sudah bersedia untuk mengobati luka saya.
Kamu pasti bisa kok ngejalanin misi itu. Kamu kan penerbang terbaik aku.
Kan udah dibilang, jangan main-main, jangan cari gara-gara, jangan bercanda.
Siap salah Kak Kasuh. Izin, saya cuma ingin buktikan kalau saya pilot yang bagus.
Apa bagusnya kalau mau bunuh teman?
Kalau bukan bagian dari serigala, lebih baik lu pergi dari sini.
Dia berhenti menjadi seorang suami, tapi tidak pernah berhenti menjadi seorang bapak.
Belakangan ini saya ngerasa kalau saya pelan-pelan ngancurin apa semua yang saya udah dapat.
Ya, nggak ada yang bilang semua itu mudah.
Karena kalau sampai dia keluar dari negara ini, hancur. Dan kami pun tidak bisa membantu rakyat dan besar.
So that segment, not segments, so videos that we'll be releasing a couple of times a month where we will pick movies to watch for you. So it will be called EMP's Pick of the Month or Movies Picks of the Month. So be one more than one movie of the month. But since it's towards the end of September, so that's our pick for September. So yay, we have that to celebrate more variety in the EMP variety show. So now, welcome back. Now, we are waiting for this guest. Every week she is here. She's always putting positive twist, and she's always giving more energy to what I can give to EMP variety show. So I would love to welcome our regular guest, which is our bespoke travel designer, Munira Ishaq. Let's have a look at a promo.
In terms of creation of something, see, the best way is to plan way ahead. And then you set a time where you are doing the content planning. Then you don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week or weeks.
So I want to welcome our bespoke travel designer on stage, Munira Ishaq.
Hi everybody. How is everyone? I hope it's all good. How are you, Faris?
I'm good. It's been a hectic week. Just starting a few projects, but it has been a very hectic week for us. And I'm guessing that it's been a hectic week for you, because I was just laughing before I introduced you, because I don't know if you guys noticed something from last week and this week, the audience. We're not going to tell you. You just write in the comments. When you see Munira from last week, this week, what have you noticed? So, but we're not going to reveal. But how are you, Munira? How's your week been?
Well, when you say, I'm sure that your week is hectic, when it When is it ever not? I feel like I have not been calm or bored or whatever the word associated to not having anything to do for a long time.
No, well, in comparison to you and me, in Dubai, you had more projects. We literally was only allowed to start a project after the 10th of September.
But I'm sure, you know, because of the character, if you remember when I was in Malaysia in a lockdown, yes, it felt like Groundhog Day, where every day was just repeating itself over and over again. You open your eyes, doesn't matter if it's Sunday, Monday, or Saturday, or Friday, doesn't matter, because every day is just the same, and it just repeats same over and over and over again, and you get many, many do-overs. But if you remember, we still had projects back then.
Yes, definitely.
It's just the way we are built.
Exactly. We just find things to do. We are thankful to the EMP variety show as well for giving us something to do every week. Even with our hectic schedule, we still find time for our regular audience. Yeah, so well done to me and well done to you, Munira Ishaq. So talking about every week, so people are quite antsy on your segment because especially for Malaysia, the tourism bubble, the travel bubble is increasing and tourism is going to increase in Malaysia. So they can't get more enough. They're getting excited. So for this week, your segment, people are so excited. Let's go straight away into the segment of Let Me Take You There. Wait. I'm sorry, audience. Sorry, audience. I'm sorry. This week, you're not going to have Let Me Take You There segment. Yeah, boo. With my It's because if you have been following Munira Ishaq, Telegram pula in social media. I don't know why I said Telegram. Social media. You know that this week was her birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
So before I want to hear what happened in your birthday, so let us here in EMP Variety Show celebrate your birthday with a little compilation video of what we did.
A perfect resort in Romania, in Bucharest. I went to Venice in 2019. Amsterdam, staying on a boat. How to get to Dubai, when to get to Dubai. I went to Tokyo in 2018. So yeah, that's exactly what happened as I was at Schiphol Airport. Whatever locations that I am working on, of where people from Dubai are flying to, what countries are open.
I've been here just over a week, and that was great.
Pronouncing these names, Unguja. So the Noah's Ark was believed from the biblical stories to have landed on Mount Ararat.
I'm gonna have to write it down on my post in case you want to come to Iceland.
That's so
happy
good.
Birthday. Happy birthday to Munira. It's your 18th birthday. Yay!
I prefer to be kind of 25 because
25, okay.
25
birthday.
because 18 it's too young. So I want to have a little bit of credibility in life experiences. So 25 it is. But honestly, see, I don't know if it's the Asian thing or whatsoever. Sometimes people don't expect my age to be what it is, but I'm okay with that for as long as they don't associate it with my experience. But when I talk business, people actually do guess my age correctly. But when I'm just happy, having fun and this and that, they think I'm kind of young. And when they discover that I have 3 children, I'm like, how old are you?
Yeah, I totally understand that because I mean, I pride myself for looking young until they actually meet me when because a lot of the clients I deal over the phone last time. So when I talk business with them, they expect me to be in my 40s, and then when they see me, why is a kid? Where's Mr. Faris? We had a business meeting. I am Faris,
Well,
especially with the
maybe,
funky hair.
yeah, maybe you could do better with like without the flowery shirt if you're having. But however, I don't say that it's not, you have to wear a nice suit and everything, because in the creative industry, anything goes. And it's
Exactly.
2021.
Exactly. So when because the thing is, I was in the travel business as I was which you are now. I've always been on a floral pattern and I've always had funky hair and everything, in which made people remember who I was. And I've traveled all around the world, and this is how I got the business. And I know I'm self-promoting again. This is my resume, you guys. If you have a wonderful job for me, because I was one of the founding team for medical tourism in Malaysia since 2012 until 2017, bringing Vietnam market, Middle East market, as well as Australia market to enjoy medical tourism in Malaysia. And medical tourism in Malaysia is number one in the world. Yeah, just for your information. So,
Yes.
and the thing is, for you guys out there, I know you just need to. My thing that I want to say to you guys, despite the hair, whatever you dress, be yourself. And once you start talking, the rest of the image fades away, and they
The
will
first
take you
impression.
seriously because people think first impression is everything. No,
Not
it's not
really.
everything. They will look at you. Oh, I don't know this kid. I'm sure for you, Munira. Oh, this young girl. What does she know talking about? Suddenly open her mouth. Damn.
You know your stuff. I have gone through similar things, either in my previous career or even now. I've had people, when I'm assigned to a job, look at me top to bottom. What is this person like? But what I do very well is that I don't take anything for granted. Sometimes because they look at me like this and they question my credibility, they will assign me stupid jobs, like a simple data entry or whatever it was. That was like, oh my god, this is like an intern's job, why are they giving it to me? However, because I feel this guy who was a high achiever, my boss at the time, he was testing me, and I did that small job so well that he didn't bother me anymore after I executed that job. So again and again, I continue with this philosophy. No matter how big or small a job is, I will always put the same amount of quality, time, and grit towards it. I will not look down on any kind of job. Similar to my sales, similar to my customer, either you have a small budget or a big budget, it's the same. I will do it the same way because it is who I am.
And I really believe in that philosophy because that philosophy actually describes you as a person, how you respect other people. Because I'm the type of person, I will, when I enter an office, I will respect the security guard, the kakak who will mop, sapu the lantai up until the CEO, because everyone plays their role. And more than enough time for me being in sales, how much these frontliners like the receptionist, the security guard, they tell me company so-called company secrets to get me ahead so I can actually get the meeting with the CEO because they observe and they know these things. So don't underestimate or don't judge a book by its cover. Oh, suddenly we're talking about young, suddenly we're talking about business when we want to hear
Yeah.
what happened to you on your birthday.
Well, I just wanted to highlight, speaking of business, that You know how I don't like in the previous, I don't really like to announce my birthday to anyone because I genuinely, put a lot of value in people remembering my birthday. So I don't announce it on social media or anything. However, it's because I keep it in a close circle. I like to spend it with my close family and friends. But however, this year in particular, I am happy to announce that it's my birthday. Why? Not because of the special age of 25, but it is also the 1 year anniversary of my entrepreneurship because this time last year, I remember this time last year, I just came to Dubai with my suitcase, living in a hotel for 1 month. It was just a small hotel, but it was enough for me while I looked for my place to stay. And I haven't even started my induction yet for my new role. It was one of the scariest things I've ever done in my entire life. But I have to acknowledge that I have made it 1 whole year.
Yes, well done. And
Yes.
during the pandemic, during the pandemic.
During the pandemic. So
So
Faris,
this is
to your question about what I did on my birthday, so honestly, I treated it like a normal day, not on purpose, merely because, I plan my days ahead, like 1 week before or even at the beginning of the week. I had meetings, meetups, networking. And then what I planned to do on my birthday, which I didn't realize that it was my birthday. I realized it was 23rd of September, which was my birthday. But then when I scheduled my parking assessment, it was just a Thursday. It wasn't my birthday. I was like, okay, so it's not available on this date, this date. Okay, Thursday is fine, Thursday afternoon. However, I think that it's not a mistake, but everything happens in its own time and reason. I actually failed 3 out of 5 tests.
she's talking about her driving test in UAE. She has a driving license in Malaysia, by the way.
I have an international driving license. I can drive anywhere in the world. I could even drive here if I were on a tourist visa, but because of the rules and regulations, I need to redo the test while I have the residency visa. Just a little bit of a background.
Can you just highlight to the audience why you failed? Because actually we had this discussion on her birthday a couple of days ago, and it was just really interesting. I want her to highlight because how you want to compare the technology of different parts of the world. So can you explain why actually you failed? What was the factors you failed a parking test of a car park, which you've done thousands of times?
Honestly, I used to pride myself for reverse parking because I could do it very easily. Because back when I was working, we had a rule to reverse park. So I've had many, many years of practice of reverse parking, and it's quite easy. I don't even have to adjust. Just reverse and it's in. But I can't compare like different countries. It's just that I could compare what I'm doing now versus what I did like, I don't know, 13, 15 years ago. See, back then it was very manual. It was even a manual car. Now I'm just taking automatic. I don't want to go through the stress of taking a manual car test. But the parking test here is fully automated with sensors. I was alone in the car. There was nobody sitting next to me. And there was cameras everywhere in the car seeing if I'm actually doing the safety checks. Seat belts on. Even the door has sensors. If I open the door too early, I fail the test, kind of thing. And there were cameras everywhere. There are sensors from the bottom of the car to know where I am in the compound. So what I had to do was quite systematic. Go up the hill and then down and then speed a little bit and do an emergency brake. Speed a little bit was very specific. And I had to reach 25 kilometers per hour in a certain line. And then I will hear some, and I have to emergency brake and my car needs to stop before the final line. I failed that because I was like, there was no beat. I was like, so I braked when I went down the hill. And I thought, I have no idea what I am doing. I was like, there's no beep. Maybe I should just break now. And then never mind. I think I failed that. And then I went on to do the side parking, which is like something that I don't do very well in real life, but I passed the side parking. And I did the reverse parking, but I failed that for doing a dry steering. You know, a dry steering is in this school, when you do dry steering, you actually lose points because you need to.
You're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to. No, dry steering means you turn your wheel while you are not moving. You need to move and then
While
turn
you
the
are.
wheel. So in a parking situation, it's like, honey, my hands are everywhere, honey. So, you know, and the last one that I failed, I didn't actually fail it. I just didn't do it. Somebody was telling me to do it because I forgot. I was like, I did 4 tests. There was 5 tests. I only did 4, and then I went back to the beginning. So the instructor from the building was running outside. She was like, and I thought, oh, what's happening? And I opened the door, and she went.
She failed because she opened the door.
He was actually telling me to reverse and go do the test without opening the door. But I didn't understand. I just opened the door. She went, oh my God. She said, Halas, come in, like in her Arabic accent. And then she showed me, okay, you passed this and you passed this. And she said, why you didn't do the angle parking? Like, oh my God, I was supposed to go one more. So the big why is because I was panicky because I'm a very systematic person. So when I don't understand the system, I can't get it in order. So I was like, I don't understand. But actually the instructor, to say that I didn't practice, I did. It's just the place we practice is not the same as the place we did the test. And then the instructor was a different instructor. So there is a little bit of a language barrier here in the UAE because I couldn't understand her English. She was speaking English, but I couldn't understand it. She was like, after, before, like, oh my God, I don't understand. Like,
you already are panicking. So, because I know you understand most types of English, no matter how bad it is. But I think because you were in a panic mode, that translator was not working very well.
No, it wasn't. I was like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I said, so, and, but she said, okay, at least I passed 2. So come back next week. You have to do one more hour of class, come back next week. I think I was just overthinking things. I was panicked. It was hot. So yeah. And I was overwhelmed by all the technology.
Everyone who's watching, who's doing the birthday wishes, also wish her all the best for her test next week, yeah?
Next week I need to drive here. Otherwise, I'm spending too much money in taxis at the moment. See, one other thing is procrastination. Oh, it doesn't matter. Now, back then, it's going to be, it's the same. I still have to go through the same journey.
Well, I can't imagine taking the test again. You know, when you're taking, for example, like a driving test, it's like taking your SPM again or GCSEs again.
You already gone through it. You're not going to want to go through it again with the current updates.
Yes, and we're like, this is where we feel, oh my goodness, I'm old. All this technology, why is this?
To highlight that, the technology is one thing. There was so many cameras inside the car. But another highlight was, because they were checking, like, you have to make eye contact with the camera. I was like, because my eyes are small. I have this problem in immigration. So that immigration person usually tells me, do this. It is what it is. And now everything is automated. When I go through Dubai airports, they have the auto gates. I already know the trick because, you know, I always have to fail the first time. So I know when I fail, you know, the first time I'll be like, I'm too lazy. So I just open it like this. But it doesn't work. So I have to do this and I do this.
We're not being okay. We're not being racist or anything. It's just we are Asian. We do have Orient blood, Chinese blood. Our eyes are squinted. In Melayu, mata sepet. And I do understand that because when I went to Dubai, I was asked to do that as well. I remember, no, can you open your eyes? My eyes are open.
My
Why
eyes are
then?
open.
No, my eyes are open. Okay, you use your fingers. Do this. Do this.
And one funny story is I felt awkward in the beginning, but because I traveled through Dubai airport so often, like in and out, it's like my second home. But there was one time when I was doing this, I caught my eye to another traveler who has similar eyes as us. He was also doing this. It happens. It's the truth. I'm not making this stuff up.
So for those who doesn't have Orient eyes, you are unlucky.
Lucky, grateful.
No, they're not lucky.
You're unlucky that you don't get to go through this.
Yes, because you don't get through the hilarity of going through immigration in different countries going like this. And the thing is, it's not UAE. Now I'm remembering my Europe trip. I had to do that in Germany when I landed in Munich. With a strong German accent. We cannot, our system cannot detect your eyes. Sorry, I don't know how German accent is. We do not, our system cannot detect. Can you do it again? I sound Arabic as opposed to German.
It's almost there.
Then, because I flew out of France, so that was nothing. We didn't need to do any checks out of that. But I remember flying in Munich. Munich. Munich is in Germany? Yes, it is, right?
Yes, it is in Germany.
I can't wait to be able to travel again. So I'm just, yeah, this is the hilarity. Yes, I know we get, you guys are not having the let me take you there, but we are taking you to a different parts of business and our life, what we have to go through. So to prepare, especially for Malaysians, to travel overseas, especially with mata sepet, be prepared to do this now. Because the technology now is just up to that level that it cannot detect.
So in Dubai, there is also the technology where you are scanned. You don't even have to go through the auto gates, you just have to go through a tunnel. So they were doing this test run when I was traveling earlier this year. When I went to Iceland, I think because of the heavy traffic of people traveling, I think they didn't go through that, the tunnel thing. But when I was traveling back in May or April, I actually had the privilege to go through the test tunnel where you don't even have to take out your passport or anything. You just have to walk through the tunnel and you're done.
Did you walk through the tunnel like this?
No, I didn't have to do that. Honestly, I don't remember what's the technology. But yeah, it was great. It's impressive. The technology that is being implemented here in this country, it's impressive. So I've also had the opportunity to go to the, expo test event where they are I think they're doing crowd control check before the actual expo opens up through some good connect of mine. I have people who think of me, and I'm feeling very privileged and grateful for people who like to think of me and invite me to things. So I had that privilege, and possibly next time I can show some photos or videos.
We all will have the privilege and traveling with Munira Ishaq, our bespoke travel designer, will actually arrange our travels.
Welcome to Dubai.
The time has gone past so fast, everyone. So before we go, Munira, do you have any final message to our audience?
Well, my final message today, in conjunction with my birthday, without revealing my age, Well, I don't really mind revealing my age, but it's fun if you can guess it. But the big milestone is reaching 1 year as an entrepreneur, and I can't believe it. A lot of people around me are telling me I'm doing so well, but sometimes these doubt creeps in and tells me that you're not doing enough. So my final say is, don't try not to listen to the doubt. I mean, if it comes, if it's something that you can improve and tweak, do it. But otherwise, it might just be noise, and keep taking the next best step.
Yes, so well done, Munira. It will be amazing, and I hope that we get to see more of you next week, and definitely, we will have the segment back because we were celebrating last week. We are celebrating this week, so it's just good positivity. So we'll be back with more travel news and exciting travel itineraries from Munira in Let Me Take You There. So thank you very much.
Perhaps we can talk about Malaysia domestics.
Yes, Malaysia domestic, definitely. So for my final message for this evening, I know I've been ranting a lot of COVID for the past year, COVID, blah, 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 and everything. But I hope some of my ranting are going through the messages to the people, because now we are going to phase 2. And just don't ruin it, everyone. Just don't ruin it, everyone. We want to go on holiday. I want to go on holiday. And congratulations to the project Langkawi for doing it very well, and which has opened new travel bubbles in Malaysia. So I can't wait. Let's aim for the endemic, everyone, and we can enjoy life as what we want to enjoy. So so for the ending of this episode, I want to make sure that everyone, because we have the EMP's movies pick September, Serigala Langit, we are going to release the full video on our YouTube as well as our Facebook on EMP Talent Scale to watch just a little bit of details what is Serigala Langit is all about, or Wolf in the Sky. Wolf in the Sky. Woof, woof. Okay. So when we end this, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much, Munira, for joining me. Yeah.
I have to highlight one thing before we go.
Okay, hold on. Let me make you big.
I really love the design this week.
Yes, okay. Let me show you the design. Where's the design? Okay, we have a look at the promo. Crew in the background can upload the photo of our wanted poster. Where?
I just want to give our crew a recognition of the creativity of this week's. I mean, it's great every week, but I just particularly like this one because you used my photo and combined it with whatever Faris has and made it look like a theme. People are going to think I'm going to talk about Japan this week.
But it's just, I think, because it's a wanted theme. After 1 year anniversary, people just want more of the EMP variety show. So hold on, we are uploading. Can everybody see? Can you see? No?
Look at that.
Yes, look at that. I do look like a Yakuza. And you're the... This specific photo that she's chosen is like the Yakuza and the escort into the building, especially the street that she is. Look at the street background.
The escort, really, if you look at my expression, it kind of looks like I'm hiding something. Like you can look at me as if I'm some sort of like a soft lady or whatever because of my fan, but it looks like I'm hiding 1,001 things in my pockets and not to mess with me, because even that fan could be a weapon.
Exactly. And I just realized my shirt is the same as the photo. So yeah, so a good shout out, well done to our EMP crew, Eileen, for amazing creativity every week. So now I'm gonna give you a glimpse of behind the scenes of Serigala Langit. But that's all for us this evening. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and follow on our EMP Talent Guild. So thank you very much, and follow Munira at Travel Munira. Traveler Munira on her FBIG Travel with Munira. Traveler Munira pula. That is travel counselor. Travel with Munira on her social media. So thank you very much again. Have a good evening, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
Waduh, mantap sekali.